Okay, now there is a big dispute that is going on in China. So China is trying to take over Taiwan, and Taiwan has always maintained that Taiwan is a separate country. Taiwan is not China. Taiwan is a separate country, and its capital is Taipei. Okay, in that scenario, but China, who is ruling China? PRC, People Republic Party. People Republic Party, PRC, that is ruling China nowadays. And it is a communist party. There is no election happens in China. It is a communist party and there is no election. Whereas Taiwan, there is a democratic government and election happens over there. So, but Taiwan, if you see, it is written as ROC, Republic of China. Taiwan official name is not Taiwan. Taiwan official name is Republic of China, whereas the official name of China is People's Republic of China. What is difference between PRC and ROC? Are there two China? People know Taiwan is a separate country, like Pakistan is a separate country. Taiwan is a separate country, and China is a separate country. But if you see the name of these two countries, one is PRC, People's Republic of China, and one is ROC, Republic of China. Okay, so one is a real republic, the ROC, Republic of China, that is Taiwan, that is real republic. It has constitution, real republic. But PRC, which write as People's Republic of China, there is no republic there. It is purely a communist government. So, what are these two China? Let's dig into it. There is China more or less for past 300, 400 years. China is going in sync with Russia somehow. Okay, it is a good, bad, and whatever it is. This is how it is. So China politics is going in sync with Russia. Now Russia, there is a Tsar dynasty. Tsar kingdom is there in the Russia. And Russia started acquiring Sibir. Sibir, now it is called Siberia. Sibir was different country at all. Sibir, Manchuria, these are different countries. Now, in that sense, China started, uh, Russia started occupying Sibir, and it became Soviet, and China occupied Manchuria. And now, in Russia, the kingdom is called Tsar Kingdom, whereas in China it is called King Kingdom, King King, Kingdom. So King Kingdom in China in parallel to Russia Tsar Kingdom. One is enjoying Manchuria. Manchuria is the northern part, most northern part of the China, Manchuria. Manchuria Kingdom is is adjoined by North and South Korea. I believe China does not touch North and South Korea as per the real fundamental. Manchuria is the kingdom, or someone can say inside Manchuria, this Korea comes into the picture historically. So Manchuria is to be a kingdom, and then north of the Manchuria is more or less it is in east of Mongolia, and north of Manchuria and Mongolia is Sibir, that is Siberia now. So Tsar dynasty of Russia it controls Sibir, and King Kang dynasty of China it controlled Manchuria. But anyway, Tsar dynasty it showed some kind of greediness, and they started controlling Manchuria also. And part of the Manchuria, the Tsar dynasty they controlled. And now Tsar dynasty means Soviet Union. Now Russia they touch Korea because it falls in Manchuria, and northern part of the Manchuria is taken by the Soviet Union or Tsar dynasty. And King dynasty they felt that Tsar dynasty they will take full Manchuria. So 1868 and 1858 and 1860 there was two agreement happened between Tsar and King dynasty people, a king, and they settled down the Manchuria, northern and eastern part of Manchuria. Whatever they had control, it remained with the Soviet, and the southern part or Tsar kingdom and southern part, central part, Amur River, more or less it is boundary. And so little bit east of Amur River is a Soviet that is touching the Korea, and the southern part remained with the China. Now Tsar kingdom. Now there is a Russia revolution. Soviet revolution happened, and Vladimir Lenin, he brought a new concept called communist. And First World War time period, the Tsar dynasty is over and Russia belongs to communist people. Okay, in that sense, people they threw out King dynasty also. When Tsar dynasty was kicked out from the Russia, in China people kicked out the King dynasty. If people kicked out King dynasty in the China, then there is a new army rule came, military rule came. Military, there one military that kicked out the King dynasty in parallel to, in sync with, okay, in the with the Russia. Okay, so in synergy with the Russia, now King dynasty also kicked out. Now army rule came into in the China, and so from the King dynasty, what we are talking with the King dynasty, this Taiwan was part of China. So King dynasty which ruled till 1911, and Taiwan was part of King dynasty. So Taiwan is integral part of China as per the history. So now 1911, so from 1912, revolution of China happened. 1912 onwards, there is a army rule in China, military rule in China. Now from 19, it military rule in China, it ruled till 1949, 1945 to 1949. Now that side Russia become a communist country. Now China always try to sync with Russia. That is the problem. I won't say Russia, Soviet Union, USSR. So when USSR came into the picture under Lenin, Vladimir Lenin, now China is that communist forces. Now the China in China communist forces they started showing their head. Okay, okay. So since we are always in synergy with Russia, so communist government should come in China also. Now there is a revolution happened in China between 1945 to 1949, and in that there is a new communist government came into the picture, and that they called the new country as PRC, People Republic of China, where Republic of China, the Republic of China was established by army people in 1912 when they kicked out King dynasty and they ruled China from 1912 to 1927. The ROC, Republic of China, including Taiwan, they made Beijing as their capital. And 1927 to 1949, they made I'll read it out, other town as their capital. Now 1945 to 1949, communists came into the picture and they started sidelining the army rule. One party army rule, they started sidelining them. And by 1949, this army rule, Republic of China, they started running away from the mainland China and they confined them to they confined them to Taiwan. So actually, if you say that Taiwan was ruling the China in this sense, now the Republic of China that kicked out Qing dynasty and ruled China from 1912 to 1949, when this communist government that is called PRC, People Republic of China, they acquired the full China, including Xinjiang, and in 1951 they started acquiring Tibet, which was separate country altogether. So anyway, but Taiwan was part of China. Now the ROC, which was controlling the Qing dynasty region, now they started running away, and they confined to Taiwan, and all around some islands are there only, making Taipei as their capital, and it became a democratic country. Means election happens there. Whereas the PRC, People Republic of China, that is a new communist government that came in China, that government it acquired Xinjiang, Kasi Kasgar region, and later by 1959 they completed acquiring Tibet, which was an independent country. Now, in that sense, new communist government came. What is the role of ROC? ROC saw First World War. First World War, when it happened, ROC was representing China. And then there is, I believe, some league they formed, that is Paris Peace Treaty that happened in 1918, 1919 time frame. Post World War One, Paris Peace Treaty happened, where a treaty happened where with two forces who were fighting in the First World War to settle it down. So in 1920, ROC, it was part of one global league. I'll read it, the name, one global league. And that global league was taking care of the globe as far as peace is concerned. That league became United Nations in 1945. Same league that was so United Nations more or less it was constructed in 1920 time frame only, but later it became United Nations in 1945. But people consider 1941 as the founding time of United Nations. 1945 United Nations become a complete picture post the World War II, and the key role in that one of the key kind of organization who was key in making the United Nations was Republic of China, and Republic of China was they were representing China. So United Nations Security Council, the Security Council. So in ROC, they fought with the Japan. Japan was trying to control full Pacific region, including Pearl Harbor case of Hawaii or Philippines, whatever. They changed everyone from the Pacific region, considering themselves as the king. They controlled Manchuria also. Manchuria, which was part of Russia and China. Now they controlled Manchuria and Korea and everything. All Pacific Japan was ruling at that time. So China became instrumental in United Nations Security Council. And in that sense, Russia, France, England, America, and China, that was represented by ROC, Republic of China. Now they became permanent member of United Nations Security Council in 1945 itself. And even though ROC, they were pushed away from the China by PRC, People Republic of China Communist Forces. Now they were confined to Taiwan, but they were the permanent member of United Nations Council, not PRC. In 1971, then United States they recognized PRC as representative of China. 1971. I believe it is 22 years after 1949. And then instead of ROC, PRC, People Republic of China, mainland China, whose capital was Beijing, it became the permanent member of United Nations Security Council. Why we are telling this story? Because this makes sense in terms of Kashi, Kasgar, and Tibet. They are part of India. So in that sense, it is useful to talk about the kind of the analogy or bisection or whatever it is. So for the China, what this country is and how it came into the picture. Okay, so 1911 revolution, Chinese revolution started and Qing dynasty was kicked out. 1927, 1912, the army rule came as ROC. 1927, there is a Kuomintang KMT. Now he changed his capital, ROC capital from Beijing to another town that is called Nanjiang. Nanjiang is capital for Jiangsu or Jianghu province right now. It's in eastern part of China, I believe touching the Pacific Ocean and south to Beijing. In between, if you see Beijing and Taipei, that is very south, in between. So it is central eastern part of China. That is Jiangsu region. And oh, Nanjing is a town there, and that is capital of China. Chinese Civil War 1945 to 1949, in which the Communist Party of China Communist Party (CCP), China Communist Party, they threw away KMT, that is Kuomintang ruled ROC. Okay, so ROC now it confined itself to the Taiwan, and since 1947 they are ruling Taiwan still, considering it as a democratic country. Okay, 1971, the United Nations Security Council that handled from ROC, it was transferred to PRC because practically they were controlling the mainland China. So 1912 to 1927, ROC capital was Beijing, and 1927 to 1947, Nanjing was the capital of the ROC. ROC, what is good about ROC? We are circulating gold coin as their currency. That is the big thing about the ROC in China. So they were circulating gold coin. So gold coin was there as per their currency. But right now it is yuan or renminbi, they say renminbi, yuan, that is the currency that is being circulated. Paper note. Earlier it was gold coin. Anyway, whatever it is, this is the scenario. Now someone has to find out how much it is related to the China occupying Indian territory as far as Tibet and Kasi Kasgar region is concerned. But anyway, this is how it is. Now the army will become a democratic country in Taiwan. Now the present situation is day by day, PRC is giving threatening to ROC that we have to capture Taiwan because Taiwan historically it is part of China, which is not historically part of China. That is Tibet and Xinjiang. They have anyone, they have kind of digested it. Now they are trying to digest Taiwan, claiming it is historical part. If you are following history, then Mr. China, PRC, please follow history little bit kind of accurately.